Okay, so we go towards our last question now, and we want to focus our podcast towards the Chelsea fan, me and Anshuman. Now we're going to be a little bit disappointed with the performance against Fulham, which we had. So I mean, let's dive right into it, Anshuman. What do you think? I mean, 69% possession, a halftime red card for Fulham. Anthony Robinson. I mean, it was a pathetic challenge. It was a reckless challenge for him
I
to
mean, Fulham
go.
did play very aggressive.
Yeah,
Just to start.
I mean, Robinson had a reckless challenge against Aspilicueta, and then they had the red card, which was rightly given. So, I mean, VAR also confirmed it. But going into the second half, we expected, okay, it's a 10 man going against 10 man. We're going to definitely have a better half. We should be attacking more. I mean, Chelsea did pile on the pressure, but it was not anywhere close to a performance which we expect from a club like Chelsea. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, if you just look at the match stats, it is the match stats have been similar, like copy pasted match stats from their loss at Everton, from their loss at Wolves, from their not at City, but then their win against FA Cup side. The stats have been very similar. So if we just go about the stats, it's very difficult to say what Chelsea is doing wrong. But if you look at the game, then you can say that right now, probably I feel like every player is are below confident right now. Every
But what we've also seen is that, I mean, in every game, what they do is like they're playing the long balls. They're trying to put the balls in with the lob passes, or maybe get the crosses in, which is something which has been very evident. I mean, they've been doing that on a they do it on a repeat, and it's playing on a loop for Chelsea right now.
to be very honest, this is when Arsenal were playing like this. They were losing all the games, and I was the one who was criticizing why they are playing a long ball game. Why are they just focusing on putting down the crosses? And Chelsea right now are doing the same thing.
But
So
Chelsea have been doing that from, I think, the first match itself. I mean, we've already discussed that they have the most number of goals in headers at
yeah,
this
but
point.
how many times are you going to do that? Because other teams will read it. We'll
Exactly.
how you thing is Lampard, what he's doing right now, when we were even winning, even winning, I right now I had hopes at that point of time when we had a eight clean sheets with us and we were winning the games. And I thought that probably Lampard is might be doing something different with every game, which is making the opponents not able to read us. But now I realize that Lampard has been doing that for the last 20, for the last 14 games right
Yeah.
now, and I think that needs to change. First of all, that the entire tactic needs to change. I know the players are not performing. I know the strikers are not clicking, or we have a weak midfield. But sometimes just to change the entire shape of the team, probably do something different might bring something different, because we are not scoring anyways if we are playing in the same way. So
Yeah.
it is called a hit and trial method. I believe this is the right time for Lampard to start that. Having said
Yeah.
that, I still believe I will still stand that Werner needs to start. I will still believe Werner needs to start, and if he does not get the chances, then how would, because if he does not get the chances, if you bring him in the later half of the team where there's an entire pressure of scoring, right now the kind of lack of
As
confidence he's in, I don't believe putting an extra pressure on him would do any good. So I
as a
think
number nine or in a wide position.
no, I don't see him as a white player, because for me, he has not given any input from there. But I have seen him play as a number nine in RB Leipzig, and the way he has played as a number nine, I always think, because right now the Premier League is more pace. It's about pace. The players are pacey right now. So I believe Werner has that capability of getting behind the back line and just drifting through the players, drifting through the lower league teams who have a very weak marking defenders. So if But if Werner is not given the chance in that position, I don't think we'll ever be able to bring that attacking prowess from Werner. And I think it is a high time for Lampard to just, because we are not winning games. We are not
Yeah.
winning games. So why not give him a chance? Why not try that? Just
Okay.
like
So
what Arteta did.
yeah. So I mean, I know that okay. When you start talking about Werner, there's one player. There's one of the panelists who's never in favor of the support which he gets. Rishabh. I mean, we saw him score against Morecambe. I mean, it was definitely not a strong team, but we thought that okay, this is going to be a deadlock is broken for him. So maybe he would take that confidence and maybe see that okay, he can actually put the ball behind the net again. So but again, he didn't start against Fulham, so I guess I don't know how much criticism we can give to him in this match, but
Right.
specifically. But what do you think? I mean, the curse of number 9 for Chelsea is still over there. What are your
Yes,
thoughts on that
it's
specifically?
still there. It's still there. Since we have lost Drogba, we haven't had yet found a number nine that is like synonymous with our team. Like we had Costa, but then his mentality, his tactics, as well as his issues with Conte, made him leave Chelsea in the next 2 years. And then after that, we got Morata, we had Fernando Torres. We were never able to get that number nine position because I think the way Chelsea is formed, I believe our wingers have always been that influential players to give that striker freedom to score goals. We had Hazard, which made Costa score a lot of goals. Right, we had, even when we were not performing well, we had Pedro and Willian on that position. I believe what certain criticism that I can give to Chelsea right now was that Pulisic did not play well, and I think he has been given a chance. I think his injury is affecting him or not, but before I used to say that he was not getting a chance in the left side. Now Lampard is giving him the chances on the left side field, and still I see a very lackluster performance from him. I don't know if it is the entire atmosphere of the locker room who is very demotivated right now. But when you know that these players have performed and you have seen them perform, and when they don't perform, I don't know. I believe that that is a huge misstep from Lampard's managerial positions and from the players' morale and why they are not performing and why they should. Because we have seen them perform and they're not doing it. Probably,
So, ladies and
I don't
gentlemen,
know.
that was the Anshuman Das FPP rant of the week for Chelsea.
Yeah, and I guess we have received a new hashtag for that. Unshrant. That's a new rant tag for us. Whenever we're gonna talk about Chelsea, that's gonna be the Unshrant from now on.